Don't tread on us. You crossed the line. Soon you will pay for all your crimes. Don't tread on us. We're not afraid. You work for us. We're not your slaves. Don't tread on us. You crossed the line. Soon you will pay for all your crimes. After a long train of abuses and dissipation, now we've lost our patience. You were trying to kill our constitution, to kill our pride. Now the wood is dry. Don't tread on us. We're not afraid. You work for us. We're not your slaves. Don't tread on us. You crossed the line. Soon you will pay for all your crimes.
Keep on pushing us into desperation. You will only fuel our determination. Yeah.
It's been way too long since the last time, 1776. Now we're done with your tricks. Don't tread on us. We're not afraid. You work for us. We're not your slaves. Don't tread on us. You crossed the line. Soon you will pay for all your crimes. Don't tread on us. Don't tread on us. Don't tread on us. Now it's payback time. Don't tread on us. Don't tread on us. We're not afraid. You work for us. We're not your slaves. Don't tread on us. You crossed the line. Soon you will pay for all your crimes. Don't tread on us. 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 Don't tread on us.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Christmas edition of the Evening Catch Up. I hope everybody had a
Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas.
we got apparently fireworks going on outside our place. We got eBay Texas Antiques, which I believe is Matt Zoo. Correct. Thank you. For some reason, I get Matt and OMG mixed up sometimes. I do apologize for that. It's just how my brain works, unfortunately. But thank you for that. All sorts of conspiracy theories going over here about what happened in Nashville today. So you got a few ideas on that. Awesome. Yeah, I didn't even hear about this. Well, Riddle Girl told me about it. And I was like, oh, okay. I want to do Christmas. Which wasn't much. We slept in, which was nice. By the way, I got a cough drop because of my sore throat, because I was trying to do Welcome to the Dragon and with the subscriber thing, because I was setting up Stream Elements over there, and I can change my voice now because I finally figured it out. Right? So
We have a new subscriber. Welcome to the Dragon.
and I was trying to do that, but in a more growly voice, and it kind of ruined my voice. Anyway, I hope everybody's Christmas went well. Doesn't look like we have very many people here tonight, Riddle.
Yeah, that's weird. I tweeted and everything.
Yeah, that's okay. But we went and hung out with our adoptive parents. We adopted them. We let them know today, though. We're like, yeah,
We're adopting you.
And Real Girl says that they remind her of us, and she thinks that's how we're going to be when we get their age. It was funny. He was complaining about being in the chair, and the chair was hurting his back because the chair is hard. And she whacked him on the shoulder and said, "Stop being a pussy."
They're like 80 years old.
Yeah, they're like 80-something years. Which, I don't know, I found hilarious. And we both like busted out laughing when we heard about that. Right, Riddle?
Yep, yeah. It was great.
Okay, other than that, we are firing up the dragon this evening. So if you're excited about the Green Dragon reopening, that should be in about 2 hours. Welcome, Bikes and Bullets. How are you doing? Merry Christmas. I hope your Christmas went well. Ours went as good as we could expect. You know what I mean? It's the kid is gone, right? I mean, we sent her some money. Not very personable, Christmas present. I think we're gonna send her some snacks later on that she can't get down here or up there in Wisconsin, just so it's a little bit more personal. Other than that, we hung out with our adoptive parents, as I said, and now we're doing this. And we're going to be opening the dragon, which I am severely looking forward to. Other than that, playing with all the new gadgets. You guys, I think I shared it on my Twitch when I was playing on Twitch on, was it Thursday? But I didn't share it with you guys. So let me carefully bring this up. This is a Stream Deck. And I ordered this on Thursday, and I received it 2 hours later. And that is why Amazon is beating all the mom and pop shops, because I ordered this online and it immediately, well, not immediately, 2 hours later is at my door, right? Which is crazy. So this has all my different scenes. It has a whole, basically it controls my OBS. It also controls other things. It also allows me to do the voice changer. And it's just making my life a whole hell of a lot easier. So I love that thing. Absolutely love it. And I've been having a lot of fun programming it, because you have to program it a little bit. What's up, Dot? Almost what's up, Doc? Merry Christmas. I hope you had a great holiday. Do not fall for the single RV explosion. I haven't even gotten to it yet. The only thing I know about this is what Riddle Girl told me, and that there was an explosion in Nashville. So no spoilers. FYI, if you do, well, your eyeballs are lying to you. Ooh. Are you doing the whole single gunman, two gunman thing that was, in Las Vegas? I don't know, man. I wasn't there. It takes 2 to 4 weeks for Amazon to reach me. Nice gadget, dude. It's amazing. Check this. As I said, let's
talk like we have a helium voice. This is one of my personal favorites, and I think Riddle Girls as well.
right.
It's got a delay.
It's got a delay, and I see that my camera is also trying to autofocus. So give me 1 second. Let me fix that real quick. That is something I have not figured out how to fix. I have to
Yep, the helium works.
Yeah, okay, great. Anyway, let's get to it. Christmas morning explosion rocks downtown Nashville a block from Broadway. There are about 4 cars on fire and trees were blown apart. An explosion shook the largely deserted streets of downtown Nashville. Well, I'm glad that it was deserted. That's a good thing. Early Christmas morning, shattering windows, damaging buildings, and wounding 3 people. Authorities say they believe the blast, 1 block from Broadway, the city's central entertainment strip and major tourist destination, was intentional. Metro Nashville Police Department spokesman Don Aaron said police responded to a call of shots fired just before 6 a.m., but found no immediate signs of a shooting. However, responding officers noticed a suspicious vehicle and called for a hazardous unit. While they waited, the vehicle exploded. How do you find a suspicious vehicle? That's what I want to know. I have no idea. What is a suspicious vehicle? Like, is this the RV? Was there an RV in front of the ghetto where, like, they couldn't afford it? Okay. Aaron said 3 people were taken into the area hospital for treatment, although none were in critical condition. That's great. Good news. He said some people were taken to the department's central precinct for questioning. Some of the ones that are injured. The FBI is the primary law enforcement agency responsible for investigating. Yeah, we know about the FBI. They were also on the scene. ATF. Black smoke and flames were seen early Friday billowing from the area, which is packed with bars, restaurants, and others. Yep. Buildings shook in the immediate area and beyond after a loud boom was heard. Buck McCoy, who lives near the area, posted videos on Facebook that showed water pouring down the ceiling of his home. Alarms blare in the background and cries of people in great distress ring in the background. A fire is visible in the streets outside. McCoy said he heard gunfire 15 minutes before the explosion rocked his building. McCoy said the windows of his home were entirely blown out. Pretty powerful explosion then. All my windows, every single one of them, got blown into the next room. If I had been standing there, I would have definitely been horrible. It would have definitely been horrible. Flying glass, I guess. It felt like a big old explosion. It was that big, he told the Associated Press. There were about 4 cars on fire. I don't know if it was so hot they just caught on fire, and the trees were all blown apart. President Trump has been briefed, according to the White House spokesperson Judd Deere, who said that Trump, who is spending the holidays in Florida, will continue to receive regular updates. The U.S. Justice Department said Acting Attorney General Jeff Rosen was also briefed and directed all departments' resources he made available to help with the investigation. Tennessee Governor Bill Lee said on Twitter that the state would provide the resources necessary to determine what happened and who was responsible. Pray for the victims. Yes. Were there any... I mean, I know they had 3 people that went to the hospital, but none of them were seriously injured. So, I mean, that's good. Were there any others that were injured that wasn't in this story? Because I wouldn't think so.
I saw on Easy Family that they supposedly found human remains within the blast area just recently, like within an hour ago or something.
Okay. Well, there might be an update on this story. This story, probably a couple hours old, that I'm reading here. Nashville Mayor John Cooper said the city was lucky that the number of injuries was limited. And I agree. And if there is human remains in the explosion, it's probably the guy who set it off. I would imagine, not necessarily though. What's up, Dot? What's up, Dot? Interesting. Okay, hold on. Let me get to it. My MOS was anti-tank assault man. Mission. Okay, okay. And field expert, expedient demo expert. Dude, you had a fun job, didn't you? There was more often than just one event. An RV. My eyeballs told me so. There were more than just one. Just the one event. An RV. My eyeballs told me so. You're not in Nashville though. Oh, are you talking about Vegas?
He was saying that when he was in the military, that his specialties were anti-tank assaultman and field expedient demo expert. So he knows things that are telling him from his experience that it was not just a single RV.
Okay. I don't have a lot to go off of. By the way, you have a wrench. So if you have any links to photos or videos or anything, feel free to post those in here and we will take a look.
I just shared the updated story that I was talking about.
All right. Well, I will copy that then. Hold on. And we will go to that next.
That way you can see why it was a suspicious vehicle.
See how that works, Bikes? Human remains found near Nashville's explosion, sources say. 2 law enforcement officials tell Associated Press that authorities have found human remains in the vicinity of the explosion that rocked downtown Nashville early Christmas morning. It's unclear how the remains are related to the Friday explosion or whether they might belong to the person believed to be responsible or if it was a victim. The officials could not discuss an ongoing investigation publicly and spoke to the AP on condition of anonymity. Why can't we use other words? Oh, well, that is an RV. Is that a suspicious vehicle, though? Because I'm planning on having one of those. I don't want it if it's going to be a suspicious vehicle. Oh, I'll get there. Authorities have said they believe the blast was intentional. The city's police chief said officers responded to a report of shots fired before discovering the RV that was blaring a record warning that a explosive device would detonate in 15 minutes. Police evacuated nearby buildings and called in the explosion squad. The RV then exploded shortly afterward. Okay, well, that would make sense that is a suspicious vehicle, right? I mean, if you got something like,
there's a thing that's going to blow up in 15 minutes. 15 minutes, folks. We're going to, everybody gather around. The explosion's going to go off in 15 minutes.
I don't know. Maybe that's how that was going. I was a combat cook. I can tell you about dangerous gas explosions, Saint says. What's up, So Sig Lord? How are you doing this evening? I need to put this on live chat. Hold on. And there may be 2 possibilities. Ooh. Lots of conspiracy theories. Nashville, Tennessee, a recreational vehicle parked in the deserted streets of downtown Nashville exploded early Christmas morning, causing widespread communication outages. Really? That took down police emergency systems and grounded holiday travel at the city's airport. Well, yeah, they're going to shut the port down. Authorities say they believe that the blast was intentional. Police are responding to report of shots fired. We read that. It looks like a B word went off on 2nd Avenue. Let's see. Yeah, the police responded to reports of shot fired with an RV blaring a record warning that a bee was going off in 15 minutes. Police evacuated nearby buildings and called. You know what? It's very nice of them to say that it was going off in 15 minutes. The RV exploded shortly afterwards, Drake said at midday news conference. It looks like the bee went off on 2nd Avenue, Nashville's Mayor John Cooper said after touring the area. Police did not immediately indicate a possible motive or a target. Surveillance video published on Twitter account Friday that appeared to be across the street from the blast captured the warning issuing from the RV. If you can hear this message, evacuate now. Wow. The recording said that if you can hear this message, evacuate now. The blast sent black smoke and flames blowing from the heart of downtown Nashville tourist scene, an area packed with honky-tonks, restaurants, and shops. Buildings shook, windows shattered, streets away from the explosion near a building owned by AT&T that lies 1 block from the company's office tower, a landmark in downtown. We do not know if it was a coincidence or if that was the intention, police spokesman said. Aaron said earlier that some people were taken to the department's central precinct for questioning but declined to give details. Oh, he declined. AT&T said the affected building is the central office of a telephone exchange with network equipment in it. The blast interrupted service, but the company declined to say how widespread the outages were. You know, this reminds me of the Unabomber. And there I accidentally said the B word, right? Ted Kaczynski. I mean, he was going against tech. Was this going against AT&T? Service from some customers in Nashville and the surrounding areas may be affected by damage to our facilities from the explosion this morning. We are in contact with law enforcement and working as quickly and safely as possible to restore service, AT&T spokesman said. The AT&T outages showed service issued in Middle Tennessee and Kentucky, including Bowling Green, about 65 miles north of Nashville. Several police agencies reported that their 911 systems were down because of the outage, including Murfreesboro and Knox County, home to Knoxville, about 180 miles east of Nashville. Could this possibly have any of you seen Die Hard with a Vengeance, where they distracted the police with one thing and then did another thing? I wonder if there's like any like bank robberies or anything going on at the same time. You know what I mean? It's just, I'm a movie buff. I used to be anyway. The Federal Aviation Administration temporarily halted the flights. 3 people were taken to area hospitals. The FBI was taking the lead. Okay, so it's just the one person. This is basically the same story. And the one person whose remains have been found in the rubble. Let's see if this video is anything.
Christmas morning in Nashville, rocked by a sudden explosion downtown.
The police department, its federal partners, the FBI, ATF, are conducting a large-scale investigation to this point. We do believe that the explosion was an intentional act.
Police responding before 6 a.m. to a report of shots fired came across a suspicious vehicle.
They encountered an RV that had a recording saying that a potential bomb would detonate within 15 minutes. Officers, upon hearing that, decided to evacuate the buildings nearby. Shortly after that, the RV exploded.
The force of the blast blew out windows, damaged buildings, knocked one officer to the ground, and caused hearing loss in another. Luckily, the injuries were kept to a minimum.
I will say that Central Precinct officers conducted a door-to-door, apartment-to-apartment, if you will, check of units on 2nd Avenue this morning just before the explosion occurred, and got persons to safety.
Downtown Nashville shut down for hours as multiple agencies investigate.
A number of our police dogs have been called and are now searching the area. These are explosive detection dogs to make sure that there are no secondary devices.
Interesting. I guess the audio cuts out at the end there. That is interesting. No wonder this is going to be a big talk. I didn't know it was like this involved, right? So I'm learning this for the first time. You guys probably already heard about all this, but I mean, to warn people to get away, there's a reason for that. They didn't want to have casual. They wanted to make a statement for whatever reason, and that I don't know. That's where the conspiracy part comes in, right? We can ponder on exactly why they did this, what made them do this. But the fact is, what it seems like the main fact that I'm coming from, or that I'm learning from this, is that whoever did set it wanted to make sure there was no civilian casualties, which is very interesting to me for a lot of different reasons. Okay, you all been blowing up my chat. So Let's see if I can find out where I left off. Okay. See, if it was an intentional act, why would they even say anything? Because they might, well, as it sounds like from the recording well, I didn't hear the recording, but what it sounds like from what the recording was saying is that they didn't want any innocent people. They wanted to blow up a building without hurting anybody. I'm driving. I'll just be listening. Okay. OMG, you promised me you were going to be home. How are you going to be on the Dragon while you're driving? You said you were going to be home for the holidays. I watched and studied the entire helicopter footage. This was not the result of a typical boom boom. Topical boom boom in the street. Note the AT&T building lower part in the picture, I'm guessing, right? The AT&T building was in the lower part. Let me refresh this. Maybe that will bring up that picture again up here. AT&T in the lower part? No, I don't.
Yeah, that's the AT&T building right there.
Oh, is it?
The lower part of that, you can look at the big hole in the
Yeah,
ground.
there's a big hole there. Yeah, I don't know what that's about.
So, he was apparently a demolitions expert, so.
Okay. Let's see. It's not a topical boom boom in the street. Note the AT&T lower part. Note the AT&T lower part. The basement area and the sidewalk. There was an event under that building. Interesting. Do you think there was a boom boom underneath the building or in the building? Or was there somebody trying to expose a lower part of the building that nobody knew existed that was kind of bricked up? The BLDS across the street were blown out. I don't know what the BLDS means, Bikes. Sosig. I hear it could have been an angry ex-employee at the AT&T. Maybe. And you know what? That could be. For me, I like a little bit more grandiose than just a pissed off employee. But, it looks like they set this up so that it wouldn't kill very many people. There were several events blown at the same time, made to look like one event. Interesting. What's up, Mary, Armed Archangel? Welcome. Gunshots that people heard could have been acts of revenge. It was gunshots, but there's no reports of somebody getting shot, as far as I know. Good evening, Poison, and all who in the chat. Hope you're all having a great Christmas. I did have a good Christmas. I hope you did too, RG. The explosion first, then the gunshots. 30 minutes prior, there were several volleys of gunfires reported. Yes, that's what we read. Merry Christmas at Armed Archangel and everyone. What's up, Ralph Mouth? For those watching, please don't forget. Oh, okay, that's RG. I thought you were my Stream Elements bot because you're right underneath it. So I was like, oh, I'm just reading the Stream Elements. But thank you very much for reminding everybody to hit the thumbs up if you're enjoying the chat. Sosig. Could have been way to cover something. Yep. And let's see, it could have been a distraction. That's what I was thinking. VR go boom. RV go boom. Let's see. Suspect is known as a nomadic fanatic. He has a YouTube channel. Do you think that they have found this person? Jack Niehoff? Nice name. It was probably a targeted attack at the AT&T store. It might have been. You smell FBI? Well, we used to have a resident FBI agent that was always in the Green Dragon Tavern. Well, at least that's what we called him. If I remember, the vehicle was parked next to the courthouse that may have been the target. I smell CIA. They only wanted to hurt a specific person. Well, it might not have been a person, because if it's a specific person, I know there's remains found, right? There are remains found. Maybe they're old remains. I don't know. Maybe they're the bomber. They could have been the bomber. Maybe he offed himself after he said it, right? But he obviously didn't want to hurt anybody. You're not going to target a specific person in that building and then have a recording blaring out that you're going to be boom-booing it up here in 30 minutes or 15 minutes. Let's see. The next street over from the second street of the other side of the buildings, the lower parts of the building are blown out, FYI. Not from the concussion of the first one? Are you saying the second one? Because, I mean, they say that this one was pretty concussive, which makes me think fertilizer. Hey, Merry Christmas, Mule. How are you doing? I hope you had a good Christmas. The recording said if you can hear this message, evacuate now. Yeah, exactly. He's trying to, well, I guess maybe if he's going after somebody who's deaf, is that the conspiracy theory now? This guy targeted one guy. That one guy was deaf. If only he could have heard the warning. I need to get a movie voice, a movie phone voice for this. Something along like that. Just seen tweets saying that Dominion machines were going to Nashville for audit this coming week. Oh. They weren't going to that store, were they? This is one person. I prefer to stay in my 9-person village and soon my 0-person village when I move in a few months. Okay, I'm probably missing the context of that, Dot, but if you're moving, good luck. Moving sucks. On my way home from my mom's, we'll be home in about 30 minutes. Okay, good. That's the pick stinger. The basement was blown out, not in. Oh. Yeah, I see that there's a few things dangling in. But it's definitely not. I'll take your word on it. I know if glass is on the outside of the window, it means it was broken from the outside or from the inside out, right? So let's see. BLD's buildings. Okay, thank you. Jack, it was a nomadic fanatic on YouTube. Do you have a report on that, Jack? If so, tell me the title of the YouTube channel and I will check it out. Looking for the link. All right. They missed them gunshots. I saw it on Twitter. Where's the green dragon? The green dragon will be on in an hour and a half. It's 9 o'clock my time, which it's 7:30 now. It's 10 Central and 11 Eastern. Dude, I had it in a whole bunch of videos. From 10 minutes to 14 minutes, and this video tells the whole event. All right. From 10 minutes to 14 minutes. So 4 minutes. I can do 4 minutes. Let's do 4 minutes. I gotta save this link. Hold on. Copy link location. Boom. And you can see vids on YouTube. They give a good view of the boom. Well, I don't want to... Dude, you know how many videos are probably out on YouTube about this? I'm not going to sit here for 20 minutes or longer trying to find the one video that may or may not have it. It's a lot easier if you already have the video and you can tell me what I'm looking for.
ATF responded this morning.
Let's see, you said 10 minutes to 14 minutes, right? Wow, this is a long video. All right, here we go. Pause it real quick. Bike says, note, the white/gray material shows an extreme heat event, maybe where the RV was sitting. Okay. What's up, Tony? Merry Christmas, Stinger. Can't hear you. I'm in the pub, but I hope you're having a great baby Jesus celebration, too. You're in the bar? You're not at home waiting on the dragon? The dragon's going to be on in an hour and a half. And Sig Lord has a link. Okay. If this doesn't take me to donkey porn, you're gonna get a wrench. And I mean, if it's relevant, obviously. So let me do that. My current village has 4 houses. My new village has 1. I've been moving all year and will finish soon. 5 hours away, too. You've been moving all year? I need to have like a one-to-one conversation with you at some point. I don't exactly know what you're talking about, but I find it very interesting. Let's see. This is a little bit different, apparently, because you don't already have a link. Or, I mean, a wrench. So, let's... Oh. This is a mobile thing, huh? Is it? You think, Riddle? Mobile?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not on a mobile phone. Let's see. Maybe in here? No. Although I think it might be this. Yeah, this is it right here.
All buildings in this area must be evacuated now. All buildings in this area must be evacuated now. All buildings in this area must be evacuated now. If you can hear this message, evacuate now. If you can hear this message, evacuate now.
Wow. Okay, so that's a lot of noise. By the way, to Dot. Yeah, it was a different channel. Okay. Okay, that's been explained. All right, cool. Sig, you got a wrench. That was interesting. Y'all heard that message, I'm sure.
Female voice.
It was a female voice, which usually you don't usually associate something like this with a lady. So this now tells me, and this is just my own conspiracy theory, so do not take this as anything, but it tells me there's at least 2 people involved in this, a man and a woman. Is that sexist? Maybe. But I think the man is the one that did this, and the woman is on the recording. Amazing. Let's see. Mil says, saw it on the Twadas. And, okay, I already read where's the green dragon? Tony's. Dot, my current village. Okay, I read that. And the facade of that building is blown out. It's right there. My wrench is gone. Yeah, okay. And across the street, the basement of the AT&T building is blown out, including the sidewalks. Different channel. Yeah, that's amazing. Other than that, it's just a whole bunch of this aftermath, I guess. But beforehand, there's the street. I believe the explosion came from over here, if I'm correct. Let's see if I can get to that part. Let's see, where is that? Yeah, right about here. Yeah, see the explosion coming from this side? I didn't see the RV though. It must be off camera, I guess. I don't know, but you can hear that message. You can hear that message pretty well. Okay, Israeli boom. Maybe. Interesting. It is very interesting. Okay. Oh, it was in that picture. Oh, no, we already seen that. That's all I've got for that story, unless you guys got more stuff. It is very interesting, though. From what I saw in a different angle, it came from the right side of the sidewalk. Interesting. SCOTUS schedules urgent Pennsylvania nothing to see here lawsuit for after the swearing in. Well, that's nice. You know, after Is it the 20th? Something like that. It's a matter of if this if this matter is not timely resolved. We got cops
At our house?
I don't know. They just went down the street. Live. There's a lot of boom booms going off. I don't know why people are setting off fireworks, but there's probably what that is. Sounds computer animated. It does. But I did see something that looked like an RV on the left side, though. Did you? On that video? On that video? I don't know. I mean, it's a bad video. It's hard to see. The left side would be over here. But I thought it came from the right, at least on that camera. Okay. Let's try this again. If this matter is not timely resolved, not only petitioner, but the nation as a whole may suffer injury from the resulting confusion. The Supreme Court Wednesday denied President Trump's appeal to hear a critical Pennsylvania election lawsuit on an expedited basis, effectively killing the challenge, the Epoch Times reported. The High Court told Pennsylvania that it had responded to Trump's challenge, or had to respond to Trump's challenge by January 22nd, 2 days after the president-elect will take office. If the Supreme Court rules in Trump's favor, he will not be eligible for relief. If this matter is not timely resolved, not only the petitioner, but the nation as a whole may suffer injury from the resulting confusion, Trump's campaign wrote in a lawsuit. The lawsuit claims that Bakhvar, the Secretary of the Commonwealth, illegally changed rules for the mail-in slips that you mail in there, under the guise of protecting people against the sniffles without the Pennsylvania General Assembly consent. That, I've heard of that. The Pennsylvania Supreme Court then conspired with Bakhvar to uphold the unconstitutional changes that stripped the safeguards for the mail-ins, such as loosening requirements for photo identification, chain of custody procedures, and signature verification. The Trump campaign's filing asked the Supreme Court to have Pennsylvania respond by Wednesday, December 23rd. Indeed, the intense national and worldwide attention on the 2020 thing that happened in November only foreshadows the disruption that may well follow if uncertainty and unfairness surrounding this event are allowed to persist, the lawsuit said. The importance of prompt resolution on the federal constitutional questions presented by this case cannot be overstated. John Eastman, who represents Trump in the case, does not think the Supreme Court will stand by the post-inauguration date and leave the campaign without hearing its case on the merits. So don't read anything into that, Easterman said. Nothing that the High Court automatically schedules response for 30 days after filing. The court is fully aware of our motion for expedited consideration, and if it grants our motion, new dates will be provided via court order, he said. So it goes on and on. Okay, let me find where we're at. No, a different one. Let me try to find it. If you haven't already done so, thank you, Stream Elements. You found another one. I'm going to copy this, and I'll go to it, and we'll see. Okay, I'll do that in a second. This chick looks like a tyranny. Which chick? Oh, the one in the picture. Never mind. Who is losing? Trump is like a little kid in a COD 1v1 who's losing. Okay. Here's the thing. If something happened, and I'm not a Trump fan. Okay, there's plenty. I'm definitely not a Joe Biden fan. And I voted for Trump. But if something shady went on, I want to know about it, right? If something actually happened and there's reason, I want to know about it. There's a lot of people already before Trump ever was running for president years ago. On the Dragon, we talked about how your vote doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter. George Soros came out and said in 2012, it doesn't matter if Obama wins or if Mitt Romney wins. Doesn't matter. They're the same person. All right? Your vote didn't matter. With Trump, the reason I voted for him, even this time, even though he's done things that I do not agree with, 100% do not agree with, is that you had people both on the left and on the right hating on him and wanting him out. That, to me, tells me that that was a vote that actually counted. Now, with this past thing that happened, I am very curious if the people in charge decided, nope, we're not going to let this happen again. So I want to know. I want to know if our vote actually matters. Tyranny, the new alphabetical gender.
Tyrant tranny.
Okay, sorry, little girl. Thank you. You have to put your focus on the river side of the buildings as well to get the whole picture in your mind. There were other events that happened at the same in real time. That is amazing. I'm not up to date on this as much as you are, Bikes, and I should have been, I guess. I've been busy today, but it's very interesting, and we'll probably be covering this for a few days, I would imagine. Today, I'm identifying as a pineapple. Oh, I should have worn my pineapple Hawaiian shirt. Sweet and spiny. I identify as an atom. No merit. Over. He lost. What's up, KC? How are you doing? Now I'm identifying as a lawnmower. Greetings, KC. Veteran, welcome. The real losers in the election are the American people, regardless of who wins. There you go. First in this year was WW3, then the sniffles, and then what happened in November. World War III? When did World War III light off? I don't remember that one going down. Wait a minute. So this is a video of somebody watching a video? Okay. This is what happened in Nashville for everyone DMing me. Our family is okay. Pray for those affected, please. I'm guessing right there. I'm guessing this is the RV. I mean, it's the only big... It's definitely not that, and not that, and I don't see any other cars. Yeah. Short video. Okay. The real lose. Okay, I read that, and yep. Okay. Dominion's ex-security chief suing Trump allies for reporting about alleged Antifa call. Alleged. Remember when it wasn't alleged? I mean, they have this on audio. It's on audio. A former top-level employee of the Dominion voting system, a board member, who was reportedly caught on tape bragging at an Antifa conference call about having guaranteed that Trump wasn't going to win the presidential thing. He has filed a defamation lawsuit against President Trump's legal team and some of its top allies. In a pre-election call with Antifa, someone identifying himself as Eric from Dominion allegedly told the domestic terrorism group, "Don't worry about the election. Trump is not going to win." I made fucking sure of that. After being identified by conservative media, Eric Comer, the erstwhile director of strategy and security for Dominion, claims he was driven into hiding by death threats. Well, that's wrong. You shouldn't threaten anybody with violence. Comer, who had since been removed from the page listing Dominion's directors, that's why he was a director, insists the allegations were wholly fabricated. It's on audio, dude. I have been thrust into the public spotlight by people with political and financial agendas, but at heart, I'm a private person. Yeah, well, I kind of read this story before, so I don't know if there's anything new here. But it came up again, so I was like, all right. as well as being part of the public relations to push to rehabilitate himself and his former company. Coomer's claim that he is a private citizen. Okay, yeah, I read all this last night or yesterday. What do you guys think of that? And I'm including the people who, you know, think that Trump should get over it. And by all means, I think so too, if he lost, right? But that, to me, I don't know. It's newsworthy. I want to hear the audio. I'd love to hear the audio. I hope they leak the audio. If there's actual audio, if a board director actually said that do not worry, Trump's not going to win because I made fucking sure of that. If he's on audio saying that to Antifa, I want to hear it. Looks like an RV. Exactly, the people are losers. Mark Dice is a Mossad shill. Mark Dice, huh? Yeah, Mark Dice is on board the Trump train. Something awful, man. I used to like Mark Dice back when he was exposing the elites and stuff like that. But when Trump won and he started doing things that were pro-Trump, he got big. Like his subscribers went way up. And now it's all about Trump. And I'm not all about Trump. And it's kind of a sellout because Trump has done a lot of things that the old Mark Dice would have called out. Right? And this Mark Dice won't because he doesn't want to upset his subscribers. Now that Trump is on the way out, it looks like he's getting back into a little bit more real talk. I threaten my mother-in-law with death on a daily. Want to really see what's happening in America? Look up Brendan O'Connell. Okay. Copy. And hi, everybody. Sorry I'm late. What's up, Broken Patriot? How you doing this evening? I hope your Christmas was a good one. Did Santa bring you everything you wanted? The Warhol of Walmart? I think I clicked the wrong thing, did I? Is a contemporary American artist known for his paintings of Walmart interiors. Huh. He was nicknamed America's brand name painter by Time because his impressionist paintings of America's most popular brands. Is that the same guy or am I looking up the wrong dude? All right. Michigan County election chair fears for her family's safety as an FBI arrests the suspect. Okay, first of all, I'm not going to read this whole story. I'm going to give you the brief synopsis of this. This lady is one of the electors, right? She was for not validating the election results. Okay, she was like, I don't want to validate it right now. And then they finally validated it, and then some crazy threatened her. And now she's in fear for her life. Right? They've arrested the lady who threatened her. The arrest of Caitlin Jones, 23, right? So she got arrested, but this lady is still in fear of going outside. Jones has ties to Michigan, according to her driver's license. Okay, she and fellow Republicans on the 4-member board initially refused to certify Waynes County election results, typically a routine step. Yep. Palmer and William were criticized during public comment by people watching on video conference. They subsequently changed their votes and certified the election totals, saying that there were assured by the board's 2 Democrats that post-election audit would be performed. Okay, so they might have gotten duped, I guess, maybe? Anyway, they're pissed. First of all, if you're worried about yourself and your daughter, we have the Second Amendment for that. And if you're a person, you know, if you have the money, obviously get private security. If you don't have the money, be your own private security. Right? And that is all I got. Okay.
Smells like corn chips.
Smells like corn chips, huh?
What's the name?
Oh, it's an actual name on YouTube. Okay. What's up, Smells Like Corn Chips? I freaking love corn chips, bro. It was Antifa? Okay, so the conference call on the Dominion dude, right? Dominion's ex-security chief. Okay, so is he a security chief or was he on the board? Because it sounded like he was on the board. And if I'm wrong on that, by all means. But he's a higher up. They keep calling him... Oops. Too far, too close. They keep calling him a higher up in the Dominion company, right? So he's a higher up, whether he's a security chief executive or he's on the board, or maybe that is a board. Riddle Girl, would that be some board position? I'm not corporate, right? I could never, ever be corporate. But he was on a conference call, in a pre-election call with Antifa, someone identifying himself as Eric from Dominion. And I mean, that's why I want to hear the call. I want to hear the call. I want to hear him talk. I want to have voice analysis. I want this to be investigated. Does it have to be investigated before the inauguration? Not necessarily, but here's the thing. After the inauguration, if there was misdoing, nothing's going to happen. All this isn't going to go anywhere. So the only reason I would want this to go faster is because if it doesn't, we'll never know anything. It'll be another conspiracy theory that we just chalk up. There's JFK, the moon landing, and now Dominion is going to just add another one. And frankly, I'm a little bit tired of that, to be honest. But this person, supposedly on tape, on a recording, was talking to Antifa, and allegedly on tape, told the domestic terrorism group, don't worry about the election. Trump is not going to win. I made fucking certain of that. Oops, I was pointing to it. And you couldn't even see it because it was on the wrong screen. Sorry about that. I believe Trump will be put in jail after he is no longer president. I don't necessarily doubt that. I think I think that was always going to happen. Like, they're not going to quit, right? It was one way or the other. Stomach is full, and yes, he did. Okay. Oh, right on, bro. I'm glad to hear that. Let me go up here and read a few chats that I might not have got. Us went from being in a good state to a bad one, said Sosig. Or U.S. went from being in a good state to a bad one. The U.S. has been in a bad place for a long time. And Jack, was that the right person? No, he is an Australian. Okay, thank you. Brian O'Connell. Maybe I can do Australian? Is it a YouTube person? The video that led to the arrest of Brendan O'Connell? Ooh, hold on.
You better wake up. The world you live in is just a sugar-coated topic. There is another world beneath it.
Yeah, I have a feeling this is the right video.
For thousands of years, they have existed among us.
Today I'm going to head off to a little protest. It's to protest the stocking of Israeli fruit in some of our smaller IGA supermarkets. IGA is Independent Growers Association. I have a sneaking suspicion these little supermarkets, given the last one that was held not too far from here.
Alright, I'm not going to watch it right now, though. I'll watch that when I have a little bit more off time. I've got to get this chat wrapped up so I can get the dragon starting. Because it's going to be a fun time. They may be able to get him for not showing his taxes. It's not against the law to not show your taxes. It's something that presidents usually do, but it's not technically a law. But I think he should have. You know what I mean? It was Antifa. Get a discount code. I believe Trump. Okay. Hit the like button. Thank you, Broken Patriot. Appreciate it. Why do I need Stream Elements to tell everybody to hit the likes button? I got Broken Patriot doing it. I've got RG Homestead doing it. Yeah. They can still put him in jail. Yep, they probably could. I wouldn't be surprised. So many things they'd be able to expose him for. If the Bushes and the Clintons were not incarcerated, Trump won't be. I don't know. He definitely... He's different, right? He's different. Whether you like him or not, he was different. He had people from both sides disliking him. When Bush was president, there wasn't that many Republicans who didn't like Bush. I mean, yeah, obviously, like Rand Paul and Ron Paul, right? They didn't like him. but they've been kind of pro-freedom for a long time. But most, I don't know, even the guy here from Arizona who died recently, McCain. I mean, he's a rhino, right? They all the same party, right versus left. That's an illusion. That's your illusion of choice. You think you get to choose. You think you have freedom. You're not free. You think you're free right now? You're not free at all. I can name a whole bunch of things you're not allowed to do as a free citizen. All those laws, as a free citizen, I should be able to do whatever I want to do as long as it doesn't harm you or take away your freedom, right? So if I do something right now that doesn't harm you or take away any of your freedoms, I still can get arrested and go to jail and be a felon in the whole bit, maybe even for the rest of my life. There's plenty of examples that we could list off. Are you free? Are you free when you have to wear your mask wherever you're going? By the way, you should always wear your mask wherever you go to slow down the spread. However, you're not free. Are you free to drive your motorcycle without a helmet? Are you free to ride in your car without a seatbelt? No. Are you free to get a short-barreled rifle? Are you free to get a fully automatic weapon? Are you free to have a suppressor on it? You can have those things, but you're not going to get them for free, and you're going to be put on a list. Right? We're not free. It's an illusion. You have an illusion of choice for the election. You have an illusion of freedom. So next 4th of July, make sure you go celebrate your illusion of freedom, because that's all it is. In fact, here in Arizona, I don't know how it is everywhere else, but here in Arizona, in order to go watch the fireworks, you have to surrender your weapon. Great. Feeling free. Feeling absolutely free. All right. If the Bushes and the Clintons... Okay, I read that. And I was typing illusion of choice. You beat me to it, says Dot. If you haven't... Okay, and stream elements. All right. Now, before you all go, if you are new here, why not subscribe if you enjoyed the content? If you really enjoy the content, a like is always welcome. We have descriptions down below. I would like it if you check those out if you are interested in it. We have the alternative super chat. That gives me 100%. It doesn't give a super chat bold message. It still does come up in the chat. It still does make the announcement and all that. But it gives me 100% instead of 70%. Causes I believe in and support. If you're looking for a cause to believe in and support, these are the ones that I support with my own money and I recommend. We have Justice for Cannon, the little 5-year-old boy who was shot in the head by his neighbor. We have Justin's Final Mission, a veteran who was trying to prevent other veterans' suicide and setting up a place for that. Somebody gave me a great thing. I need to get a better thing for that.
Yeah, Zeus had a great...
Yeah, Zeus had it. Thank you, Riddle Girl. Riddle Girl is my good memory, because I have a bad memory. Ryan Whitaker, a Phoenix man who was shot in the back by Phoenix police while trying to surrender, and help find our missing in action with ProjectRecover.org, an organization that goes out and finds lost service members and returns their remains to their families. And lastly, my good friend Irish USMC vet is got a GoFundMe set up where he's trying to get a piece of land in Tennessee going where veterans can come and live room and board free while learning a new skill like farming, gunsmithing, and blacksmithing. He also gets 50% of all donations to this channel because I believe in that cause that much. If you want to support my channel in other ways, there's a whole bunch of different ways you can do that monetarily. If you would like to support it non-monetarily, liking, subscribing, and the biggest one is sharing the video. Next, all the different places you can follow me because I have recently just gotten out of YouTube jail. You can find me on BitChute, DLive. I'm always on DLive. I'm on DLive right now. Hey, everybody on DLive. How are you all doing? I'm on Parler and Twitter. That's where you can find out if I do get banned here on YouTube. And if you don't see me here and you don't want to go over to DLive, you can check me out at poisonstinger 2. And one of these days, I'm going to put the link in the descriptions. It's not in there right now. But if you type in the search bar of YouTube and you just do poisonstinger 2, it'll take you right to it. Okay, and then last time I look at the chat, and Oxy, Epic, World, and Mommy. That is a heck of a long name. I just got here. Do you think it was targeted at AT&T or NSA? Was NSA near there? I don't know, Oxy.
Onyx.
Onyx, sorry. I don't know, Onyx. I really don't. I know about the AT&T building, but that was about it. We did cover that, but it was like one of the first stories we did. We watched a few videos of the explosion itself, which was interesting. But the main thing is that I think there's two people at least, because a woman was on the recording. And call me sexist if you want, but I think this is something a man would do, not a woman. All right? So I think there's at least two people involved, and they didn't want anybody innocent to be killed. They had a warning playing extremely loud for at least 15 minutes, I guess, to tell everybody to get away from the area. So they were making a statement. Now, there was a body found in the rubble.
Or
nearby the rubble, and they don't know if it was the perpetrator or something else, or maybe it was a long body that hadn't been discovered that somebody hid under the basement long ago. For all I know, I have no idea. And I am looking forward to finding out more about that in the days and the weeks to come. Where's all the CCTV and surveillance footage from the evacuations of the area, of the Nashville downtown area? Why has the media not shown that footage yet? LOL, thinking hard. Dude, you speak in code way too much. Because I don't know. I didn't know that they were trying to silence the footage.
Well, I guarantee you that AT&T has surveillance footage from inside their buildings. I mean, all the major companies do.
All right.
So that's a very valid point. But I don't know that they would be releasing now because there's an investigation going.
I mean, we had this. I mean, this is one surveillance. This is a crappy surveillance camera. But, you know, it's not inside the building, but it's somewhat close. By the way, if you're just getting here to the chat, like Onyx is, I'm going to copy this and I'm going to put it in the chat for you. Okay, how's that? So if you want to go watch that, you can. All right? Keystone in Cops narrative as usual, boys and girls. There's no theory here. LOL, something wrong. Maybe I should get that clip of Naked Gun where he's like, nothing to see here, folks. I'm totally going to put that in here. I have Brondo in here ready to go, but I don't have that one, and that's a perfect one because AT&T owns CNN. Do they? Anyway, that's all I've got for you tonight. Thank you very much. We're 4 minutes over. I've got to go set up the dragon. If you are not aware, the Green Dragon Tavern chats, Riddle Girl, if you could link that in the comments here, is a place where liberty-minded folks come and chat about the world's events going on, and sometimes we just BS as well. I hope to see a lot of you there. We're going to be starting that up in about an hour at 9 p.m. my time, 10 p.m. Central, 11 p.m. Eastern. And that's where I'm going to be in 1 hour. So if you like this kind of content, maybe you'll like that. Why not go over there and check it out and subscribe? However, the next video that I do here on this channel will be the Patriot Bible Study on Saturday or tomorrow at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, 8 p.m. Central, and 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that will be in the end credits here. Anyway, until tomorrow or tonight on the Dragon, make sure to keep your family close, watch out for that government, and try to live as free as you can in the tyrannical world that we are living in. Try to go out tomorrow and do something free. Peace.